everybody, it's Miranda from the Breeder's Cupboard. Today I want to go over the setup of our incubator that we have here at the Breeder's Cupboard. All right guys, so they are pretty quick and easy to set up, which is one of the features that I love about these. I use mine to take puppies home from the vet from a C-section. So there's your bottom. Then most of them come with the option of a heating pad. And you just put your cord along the corner and into this notch here. If you don't like how it sits, you can cut the chew-proof cord cover off to make it sit nicer. We just have this all on nice, and now it's not going to sit nice. There we go. So that fits there. Then for your lights, you take your lid, your lights, you unscrew the piece, I'm gonna stick it in, and you screw this on, like that, nice and snug. For both of them. Oops. Okay, and they do come with a spare set of bulbs. These are heat lamp bulbs. They last a really long time from my experience. We'll just set this aside. You now have them like this. But they do also come with a fan that just hooks in from the side. And they have this little, you can plug this in as well just to show you. Has low, medium, and high settings to help you control your humidity. They also come with this little mini temperature and humidity gauge that you just sit in the corner so you know what's going on inside your unit. If you need to hook up oxygen, there are a couple options. So if you're just running a concentrator, you just push your tube through this little rivet in the side, and it stays in there, and you hook it up to your oxygen source. If you needed to nebulize, they also come with a nebulizer. To nebulize, you'd pop this rivet out, push this piece through, use the mouthpiece to hook inside to hold it, and now you're nebulizing into your oxygen, or into your incubator. So those are two options for that. They also come with a little blanket to keep things clean inside. And then you would put your lid on like this, flip it on, and it has a nice little toggle switch to control your lights. I like to keep mine quite low. They do get very warm, so make sure you're keeping a pretty close eye on the temperature inside the unit, because they are dependent on you to keep the temperature control between your heating pad and your heat lamp. I find these heating pads don't get overly hot, so I run it fairly warm. You would never want your heat lamps on high. They get quite warm. And then you can just pop the sides out to get to your puppies easily without having to worry about hot heat lamps on the top. They also pop on the sides if you want to let more airflow go. So there's lots of options. All four sides pop down. So I would, if you've got too much humidity, you're running your fan, you've got the side open, it's going to drop the humidity in your unit. They're really lightweight, really easy to take with you to the vet. The only thing I would suggest is to use the heating pad as your heat source while traveling. I plug mine into my auxiliary on my vehicle and run my heating pad, sorry, not the heat lamp, but I preheat it in the clinic with the heat lamp, and it keeps my puppies warm for the drive home. Thanks for joining us today, and if you have any questions, you're always welcome to give us a call.